guys, this is my favorite house shirt. If you know, you know. Y'all, I'm gonna keep this live up so I'm make sure I watch what I say. But I've been, first of all, no, the zodiac sign monthlies are, they I don't know when the hell they're coming through. It's just like, I've been receiving so many downloads. I've been processing so much trauma. It's just like, first things first. It's just a lot of trauma. It's just a lot of trauma surrounding being a parent is one of the most triggering fucking things, and I'm not taking personal questions right now. Being a freaking parent, welcome. Where maybe I should have my Malcolm X glasses on. Anyway, being a parent is one of the most triggering fucking things ever, because it triggers your unhealed trauma and you have to like face it and deal with it, and that's kind of what it's been going on. I asked my son if he wants something to eat. I asked him if he wanted a specific thing, and he was like, no, I don't want that specific thing. I want something else. And I was just like triggered for a fucking second. Yeah, I made him something else, whatever it is that he wanted, because that's what he wanted. He didn't want what I offered him. But it just triggered me to my own childhood. Like, I remember being vegan, or not even being vegan, being a vegetarian as a child, like his age. I was like 4. I was like the same age as my son, and I was a vegetarian, right? And we're just talking triggers and emotional trauma. I'm gonna get to a whole bunch of different topics because Spirit has been dropping different things in my spirit, and I'm just like processing through it all. But this is one of the main things that I had to process that like took me the fuck out. This just took me out for a couple days. Like I said, I offered my son some food, and he didn't want what I was offering him. He wanted something else. I was a little irritated, but I made it. Here's why I was irritated, and this is what made me have to do a little look inside. Like, what is it that bothered you? What is it that triggered you, right? So this is what triggered me, right? What triggered me was when I was his age, when I was 4 years old, if I didn't want to eat something, like I remember my mom would always go to McDonald's. I didn't want to go to McDonald's. I didn't want like the meat patty. Because like I said, I was a vegetarian at my son's age. I was a vegetarian. I knew very young that I didn't like eating meat. They would literally they would hold me down with my arms and my legs, and they would force meat into my mouth. And I would like cry and scream and throw up. But my aunts, my grandparents, my mom, they would hold me down to the ground and force food in my mouth. So if I were to throw up, I probably would have choked on my own throw up and died. But it got to the point where it like triggered my mom to have to go to McDonald's and order a cheeseburger with no patty. And like her family members would like jeer at her and like say shit about it. And it like made her like feel this pressure that she had to make me eat meat. So they resorted to like holding me down by my arms and my legs and forcing meat down my throat. It was fucking traumatic. And I resented. To this day, I still resent all of them for that. Like, I resent all of them for that because I was just a vegetarian. That's just what it was. I was a vegetarian at 4 years old. So like, it's shit like that I like. It was traumatic, so I block it out. But then when shit happens with my son and he's like, I don't want to eat this, I want to eat something else. And I was a little irritated, but I made him what he wanted. It just fucking triggered me because I'm like, bro, like, I was treated really shitty. I was treated really fucking shitty as a 4-year-old. Like, I can't imagine holding down all of his limbs and forcing food into his mouth. Like, I can't imagine doing something like that to him. Just to like process that happening to me is fucking heartbreaking. Like, that was abusive. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. That was fucking abusive. And the fact about it is, like, years afterwards, they like they would laugh about it. Like, it was something that they laughed about. Like, so you're holding me down on all fours, you're forcing disgusting meat down my throat, and then you're laughing about it with your friends, as if to say, like, they're not gonna fucking help you. They think it's funny that we're torturing you like this. That shit was fucking, like, it was traumatic as hell. It was traumatic as hell. And, like, being a mom, I'm, like, constantly, like, on a daily basis, like, reaching moments like this where it's like, bro, like, I am triggered as fuck. Why is this triggering me? Oh, yeah, because you were treated badly by this situation in your youth. So this is where you have to break generational curses and patterns, where people were mean to you and they were hurtful and they were abusive to you. Now you have the opportunity to transmute that energy. And it's like, it puts a different view in my mind. I'm happy that I'm the kind of parent where it's like, you know what? If you don't want this, you can have something else. It's totally fine. But it just, like, it weighs on me emotionally a little bit because it's fucked up. Like, that was fucked up. Like, I get that parenting doesn't come with a manual. People say that all the time because they're too prideful to actually read a fucking parenting book. Parenting does come with a manual, but you didn't read it because somebody told you that reading parenting books was for white people, so you didn't do it. But parenting does come with a manual. You didn't read it because you just discounted the information and figured that you were going to parent the same way that your parents parented, which was actually fucked up to you mentally. Guys, I've been processing trauma. If you haven't seen me in a couple days, like, I don't just read for you guys. I actually experience, we're growing. I say this all the time, and I don't know if you guys realize it, but we're growing together. What is this card? Yeah, the Knight of Cups in reverse. Unpacking that emotional bullshit. Like, I just had to, like, it put me on a spiral. Yeah, from the past. Put me on a fucking spiral from childhood, specifically just childhood shit, where it's like, yo, like, I blocked that out so that it wouldn't keep bothering me, but that shit really fucking hurt my feelings. It really hurt my feelings. Look at this double energy. Yeah, double energy from the past. This is that Scorpio new moon energy. Like, this Scorpio new moon, I'm just on here to talk to you guys real shit because I can't read the chat right now, so if I'm not responding to the chat, it's because I can't fucking read, and I just honestly came on here to connect with you guys and give you, like, a head count. Like, I'm here, I'm fucking here, I'm struggling, and I'm on my knees, crawling. Girl, I'm on my knees. I am. That triggered the fuck out of me. And, like, when I figured out, like, the root of the trigger, I was like, man, I almost forgot that I went through that. And then now I look at that one experience and I'm like, well, by the time my stepdad came around to be mentally, emotionally, and financially abusive, it was because my mom had already been abusive. Like, she had already been that way. So he adopted the habits that she was already exhibiting because she was making it known, like, it's okay to treat her like shit. Everybody treats her like shit. She gets over it. I was fucked up as a kid. And a lot of it wasn't even like, oh, I didn't know that would hurt your feelings. It's like, yeah, it hurts your feelings, but so the fuck what? You'll get over it, bitch. One day you'll understand. And now the one day is here, and I'm like, wow, I understand that you're a fucking monster. Like, you have, like, outrageous control issues to the point where you would, like, risk me choking on my own tears and throw up just to make me a meat eater. Like, that is fucking sickening. You're a fucking monster. You're a fucking monster. Like, it goes beyond, like, oh, well, they did the best they could with the tools they had. No, it goes beyond that. You're a fucking monster. I would never do that to my kid, ever. And then it's just like, then it's like the root cause of it is just fucking sickening. Also, I thought about today, like, I was on somebody else's live because a healer needs a healer, right? So I was on someone else's live, reflection, contemplating, thinking about the devil energy from the past, getting through these major breakthroughs, right? These major breakthroughs, right? Where I wasn't able, where it comes down, I'm not able to set boundaries, where I feel this powerlessness, right? Where Scorpio moon talks about power, like, giving your power away, feeling where you source your power from, and a lot of this roots from that. It's like me feeling like I can't set boundaries because I wasn't allowed to object to certain foods. I wasn't allowed to object to certain behaviors that I felt were unfair, and it all comes from something, right? And like I said, being a parent like opens your mind up to this shit because you're constantly on a daily basis, these kids trigger you constantly. It's not their fault, it's their purpose. And you learn a lot from your children in this way, where it's like, man, I didn't even realize that about myself. So now I see how this connects to that and that connects to this, and how I have a hard time making decisions because I had dealt with parents who had control issues and they wanted to control everything. And by the time I was old enough to make my own decisions, I had been used to people controlling everything about my life. So I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know what the fuck to do, because now, after my whole life being controlled by other people, now it's like, you're an adult, go ahead and make your own decisions. And feeling like a child still. Like, I feel like that's why a lot of us are like, man, Wheel of Fortune, this is a new page. Clearing out this energy from the past helps to bring in abundance. It's just like clearing out those blockages, that negative energy, right? This anxiety that keeps you up and crying over spilled milk and thinking of the past and people that you love that you had to walk away from in order to be happy. You cannot make this shit up. Clearing out that confusion brings abundance. And it's just like, I regret, like, I'm not in a communicate. I'm currently no contact with narcissistic parents right now, because it's literally like they don't know how to let go of that control of your life. Even as an adult, it's like having to navigate without having that control factor. It's fucking debilitating. I had to learn to get over it though. Like, I can make my own decisions. I don't have to check in. I don't have to fucking ask or make sure it's okay. And if they don't like it and they start doing a smear campaign, I'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be fine. I'll make it through the smear campaign. Anybody who, the Knight of Cups in reverse energy, not receiving apologies. There are some things that happened to me in my childhood that I will never receive an apology for, because it's like, boomers and, what is it? What is that generation of the, after the boomers? They don't do well with accountability, and they don't do well with apologizing. Yeah, moving away from family dynamics that are not healthy. They don't do well with apologies. They don't like to apologize. They don't like to be held accountable. They see it as an attack. Accountability can seem like an attack when you're not ready to own up your shit. Like, whereas though this generation, like, my son did it too. My son communicated with me today. He's like, man, when I was a little baby, and you put the gate up, like you put the baby gate up, I didn't like that. It made me feel trapped, and it made me feel sad. And I was like, whoa, I fucked up, bro. I apologize. I didn't want to make you feel that way. And although in my right mind, I know that baby gates keep babies safe, in my heart, I'm just like, ooh, I apologize for that. But I realized, like, Gen Z, is it Gen Z? I don't know what the fuck they are. But boomers and the generation after boomers, they don't fucking do that. They would just, like, throw it back in your face. Well, what did you want me to do? Let you die? What the fuck did you expect for me to do? You don't respect anything about it. And it just be like, whoa, all I said was I felt trapped and I felt sad. I don't know how you got all of that from it, but I was just saying, like, yeah, it's like they don't fucking do well with accountability, but then they want to say that we're like the participation trophy generation. It's like, no, you guys are fucking insensitive, and you don't take accountability for when you screw people over and give them lifelong depression. Like, you don't take accountability for the fucked up, evil, mean things, the sadistic things that you do to people. You fucking don't. And then when they don't want to deal with you anymore, then you treat people like, oh, well, this person, you see how she just gave up on me once she got something? It's like, no, man. Like, me going no contact is for my peace of mind and for my mental health. And if you look at it as an attack or as a punishment, that's your perspective for you to deal with in therapy. But my therapist told me I shouldn't even be talking to you. I shouldn't even. Going gray rock. I don't have to gray rock because I don't live with you anymore. Like, yeah, like not wanting, I don't want to work things out. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, because if you're not able to accept accountability, feel any sort of remorse for the things that you've done wrong and change, I don't want to fucking deal with you. I don't, because I'm not gonna sit here and be gaslit like, oh well, it didn't happen like that. Yes, the fuck it did, and you know it did, and because it was, you have to have some sort of, look, that Scorpio energy, that rebirth, that reparenting yourself, that revival. You have to go through this ugly shit where you like remember all the things that fucking made you the way that you are. It's like everybody is the way that they are for a reason, but it's our job, especially as parents, to go revisit that shit, unpack it, and figure it out. I am this way because this happened to me, and that's going to help me move forward. Now that I know I can move forward and be patient with myself, I can move forward and love myself differently, show up for myself differently, reparent myself, look, and be independent. Find that independence, find that sweet spot, right? Where it's like, you're not necessarily angry, but you understand from a different perspective to where it's like, I can forgive you, but I'm not going to fuck with you again, because especially if you're not willing to be accountable. There's like no accountability here. There's like literally no accountability. You just want to throw it back on me and make me feel bad for bringing it up in the first place. You need to take that shit, sit in it, like I did earlier with my son in the baby gate situation. I was like, man, like, I thought I was protecting you from, like, I don't know, burning yourself in the stove or sticking your head in the oven or something, but I really made you feel sad, and that's fucked up. Like, both things can be true at once, but I still can acknowledge the fact that regardless of my good intentions, I fucking hurt your feelings. And I apologize. I completely apologize. I was wrong for hurting your feelings. And maybe I should have done it differently this way. You know what I mean? And just really just genuinely being honest. Like, you know what? I could have done that a different way. I could have. And I at that moment in time, I thought that was the best way to keep you safe. And for whatever damage I did, I genuinely apologize. I think that, like, for them, that's really fucking hard. It's like this God complex that they have, like, well, I did everything perfectly and you were just a bad child. You should have accepted it. Your brother accepted it. Okay. Way to invalidate my experience. And then this whole thing about enmeshment, where it's just like emotional incest, not being able to set boundaries, or boundaries being disrespectful, no privacy. It's just like, yo, like, this is exactly why I show up the way that I do in my relationships. It makes perfect sense. Like, I've been conditioned, and you can't, like, condition someone a certain way and then say that, oh boy, you only act like this in certain situations. No, that's just how I am now. Like, so if I'm not allowed to question you, I'm not gonna question, I don't know, a partner, because it's just like, I don't compartmentalize every single thing in my life. Some shit just runs together, and it's like, okay, well, because it doesn't feel emotionally safe to do that. Like, it doesn't feel safe. It feels like if I do something, it's like Pavlov, right? If every time you do something you're met with resistance, it's like you have to teach yourself, like, it's okay to do it. Nobody's gonna hit you. It's like, bro, like, people are nice to me these days, and I'm like, so what are the strings attached to it? What are the secret hidden, like, expectations that you have of me? So you're literally just doing something nice, and you're not using it to hold over my head, and you're not using it to gain control over me in some other way later. Who sent you? You're fucking lying. Like, it's like, it makes perfect sense. And it's like being able to, like, unpack these things. It's like, bro, like, there's a reason for everything that I am and everything that I go through. I remember at a very young age, my grandmother told me, like, she singled us out. She said, you and one of my aunts, she said, you two, it's something about you two. And it's not to say that I don't love the other ones, but you two have a gift. Like, you two something's different about you two. And I always remember that she said that. I probably will always forever remember that she said that, because she's right. Like, we were the chosen ones of the family to like break generational curses, to do things differently, to see things differently, and in our own way, in our own separate paths from each other, and not following in her footsteps, but her going her own way and me going my own way. We are doing things in such a different way than the rest of our family. And she, like, for her to like be gifted enough to see that but not really be able to articulate it because of like the way that she was raised and the things that she was thinking, it's like she could sense it and she followed that sense. My grandmother has a sense, my mother has a sense, I have the sense. It's just that my mother and my grandmother, they were in a mindset and in a time frame where they were not able to explore their gifts or explore that, but they have always had it. And even my father will say, like, my mom, I have chills right now, even my father will say, like, after they don't deal anymore, he's like, your mother always had that sixth sense. Like, her sixth sense was always right, down to catching me cheating, down to like, don't do this at this day, you're gonna get in trouble, or don't do this at that day, it's not gonna turn out right. And she was right. And it's like, men can acknowledge, regardless of their pride or anything like that, like, women are very, like, that sixth sense is real, right? So just dealing with that has been extremely fucking traumatic. Look, the Star card, healing all of that shit and just like getting to the root of my problems is just because it's me. It's like, I've moved away from my hometown. I was born in Baltimore, Maryland. I now live in Dallas, Texas. I've moved away. I've completely disconnected. Most of the triggers that I run through on a daily basis, like driving around town and I run into this place where I got my heart broken, or I see this spot where I had a fight with my ex in public, like those triggers are gone. Like, I moved the physical triggers, you know, like, it's kind of like if you have an ex-boyfriend, right? You break up with him and you have his shirt in your apartment. I've done that. And it's like, every time you come into that shirt, you have a decision. You have a decision. Do I keep it and still wear it, or do I throw it away? Do I keep it and still, do I hold on to this painful memory, or do I get rid of it? It's like with a shirt, it's easy to just throw it away. But what do you do when it's like a place that's consistently triggering you? Like driving past your old high school. Like, oh, you have a doctor's appointment on this side of town. You have to drive past your old high school to get there. Do you like go out of your way to make a detour so that you don't run into this trigger? And it became like that for me, where it was just like, it was certain spots in the city where I would just like, I remember going there to cry. Just going there to cry. And I just like, I'm grateful that I moved out of there. Another thing I wanted to touch on, man, was speaking of broken relationships, this whole twin flame journey. Like I said, I was on another healer's live. I was on another healer's live stream, and she was talking about the twin flame journey, which, as you guys know, if you follow me, if you have been following me, if you have been watching my videos for any length of time, I've been doing regular videos for 2 years now, still on the road to 1,000. Subscribe if you haven't. For the OGs though, you know, I really don't like this twin flame shit. I don't fucking like it. When it comes up, I'm like, I don't want it. It's a trigger, just to be honest. She was talking about how twin flames, she was talking about how twin flames can feel each other having sex with someone else. And it was, I think this is like the second time I have ever heard someone talk about it, but it's fucking real. It's one of those things where it's like, I thought it was just me. I thought, you know what I mean? Because I know that I'm gifted, but like I said, my mom didn't practice, my grandmother didn't practice, they didn't explore their gifts. I'm the first one that I know of. So, I actually felt it. Like, I felt it before. I felt with my twin flame, like when we first went into separation, I would feel him having sex with other people and I would cry. Like, bitch, that right there made me cry all motherfucking night. That made me cry all motherfucking night. It made me cry all night, bitch. I cried all night because I'm just like, I can feel him having sex with someone else. It's like, and it was an experience that was so unique. I didn't share it with anyone because it made me sound like I was fucking insane. Like, girl, you could feel him having sex with somebody else. Okay. Like, but no, like, to hear someone else talk about it, it's like fucking insane. So I will also say, right, after we broke up, well, after me and my twin flame went into separation, I was like, well, you know, I can feel him having sex with somebody else after a certain amount of months. After how many fucking months? It was damn near a year. Damn near a year after me and my twin flame broke up, I started having like doing the coitus with other people, right? Not coitus. Anyway, I started, you know, like exploring my options with other people. So during that time, right, I was faced as like see, it's even now it's hard to articulate, right? During that time when I was in separation from my twin flame and I tried to have sex with someone else, this was also something that I had never heard anyone else speak about, right? I kind of felt him tapping into us having sex. I kind of felt him tapping in to that. So, and this is what led me to be celibate, right? Because as I was like intimate with someone else, I literally felt nauseous. I felt nauseous. And it was weird because it's like, I'm having the time of my life right now. I'm having the time of my life right now. Why am I sick, right? And so what this other healer was saying, she was saying like, because your twin flame can feel you too. And it literally makes them fucking sick that you're having sex with someone else. It's an energetic cord. They're still plugged into you, like you're plugged into them. So just like you can feel them have sex with someone else, they can feel you have sex with someone else. And when they feel you have sex with someone else, they send you like this wave of sickness. And I remember that, and it's like kind of what led me to being celibate, because I'm just like, I don't know, like if I need to see a doctor, the doctor said there was nothing wrong with me. I just my body was just like, I feel fucking sick. I feel fucking sick. And it was a past life soulmate that I was having sex with. It was like a past life person. And it was like, it made me feel fucking sick. I'm like, wait a second. Can we just take a second? I don't know why. I just feel sick right now. And I dealt with it. It made me feel fucking sick. But I was just like, bro, like, y'all let me know. Tap in. If you're on the twin flame journey, like, if you try to fuck someone else, your twin flame sending you waves of sickness. I literally, like, I went to the doctor. I was like, okay, well, maybe it's just me. Maybe my body just don't like this nigga. I don't know. Like, you know, maybe he's trying to do sex magic on me. And I'm like, it's, like, not working. I was literally thinking, like, all those things. Like, maybe he's purging my body. I don't know, like through sex with him, he's like healing me and purging my body, so I feel like I gotta throw up, you know. If you ever see an exorcism, like those TV exorcisms, you know, like your body will, like, you'll throw up because you're getting rid of the negative energy, right? So I'm like, well, maybe he's healing me and I'm getting rid of negative energy. No, because what I know to be true was that I did sense my twin flame's energy. I sensed his energy as I was having sex with this other guy. But I just opened my eyes. Like, I grounded myself in the experience. I'm like, no, I'm here and I'm now. And I'm looking at him and I'm having sex with him. And I'm not thinking about anyone else that broke my fucking heart into a million pieces. I'm not thinking about that right now. And it's because of that experience that I'm just like, no, it had to be that. It couldn't have been. I mean, it could have been that he was healing me a little bit. Could have been. But I feel like mostly it was that my twin flame felt it and it made him sick to his fucking stomach. He's like, yo, I can't believe she's out here fucking somebody else. And for him to not be like one of those people that explores his gifts to feel some shit like that, it probably rocked his fucking world. Like, no the hell, she ain't out here having sex with someone else damn near a year after I done broke her heart. Yeah, bitch. Because Stella got her groove back, and it was definitely that nigga that I told you not to worry about when we was together, because he been waiting on a bitch. Anyway, but yeah, so I eventually, after that partner, I was like, maybe I should just be celibate for a while. And this was in June. This was in June of 2020. I was just like, I don't want to have sex anymore. I just don't. Like, it's just not. It's like once you get your lick back, you know what I mean? You get your little lick back. Yeah, I went and screwed the guy I told you not to worry about. The one that had a nicer car than you. The one that had more money than you that I told you was just a work friend. I'm single now. I can do what I want. So, yeah. didn't hit the way I like. I mean, it, baby. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna disrespect him like that. It hit precisely, but emotionally, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna fill the hole. This is not. It's not hitting emotionally where I needed to. So I was like, man, this ain't even my vibe right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and just hold it back. You feel what I'm saying? Look at this, hold it back until I find my soulmate. So I'm gonna just go ahead and wait on my soulmate, you know, and heal and work on my family, so I could just have that happy ending. Because it's like, it was an empty feeling. It was a very empty feeling. It felt like vengeance. It didn't feel like love. It felt like vengeance. I was like, okay. But vengeance felt good. It did. Vengeance felt very good. What else was I gonna say? Okay, so we touched on childhood trauma. We touched on the twin flame journey. Okay, the next thing, as far as using your gifts is concerned, and then I might just hop off this live and then start doing the Zodiac lives, or I'll probably never get around to them this month, and then just use it as a mental health month, which is not fucking productive. I used to show up for other fucking jobs. Like, when I was heartbroken after I went through this whole separation thing with my twin flame, I would still show up to work heartbroken and sad and extremely too high. Like, way too high. But I still showed up for someone else's business. So now it's like, now that I'm processing these emotional triggers and I'm going through this shit, I'm like, bitch, like, you're worth it. This entire company that you're building, it's worth it. It's worth showing up for. You're worth showing up for. If someone else's company is worth showing up for, you're worth showing up for. And there's a balance. I've taken a couple days off so I can get my mind together, but now it's like, okay, kick your own self in the ass. You got to get work done. And that's kind of where I am right now. But I just thought I would come on here and share a couple of my my thoughts with you guys as far as that's concerned, and like where my mind has been, right? The last thing that I'm gonna share is being a medium, man. Being a medium, and like this is one of the most clairsentience is one thing. Clairsentience is one thing. Like I said, you can feel your twin flame having sex with someone else. Okay. Claircognizance. Okay. Claircognizance. All right. Okay. Claircognizance. Yeah. You just know shit. Like I know this one time I was arguing with my homegirl. My homegirl had called me because her boyfriend, it was getting a little domestic over there. So my homegirl called me, right? My homegirl called me to come to her house. Girl, please come pick me up. Da 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 da. Me and so and so are going through it. Whatever. I said, okay, I'm on my way. Cause I don't like that. So I'm on my way to her house, and she was there, and I was just gonna pick her and her daughter up, but her daughter was being picked up from school by her ex or her boyfriend, whatever the hell he is, because they ended up getting back together. But she called me because shit had gotten domestic. She was at the house getting a couple of her things, and she was waiting to get her daughter. Now, I wouldn't have minded going to go pick her daughter up. I'm that friend. Like, you call me, you tell me he's getting domestic. Bitch, I'm here. Where's your daughter's school at? Look at this. The world. Travel. Bitch, I'm going to travel. I'm going to go get her. I don't care. I don't mind. But her ex was picking the daughter up, which pissed me off. Like, this is not her father. Anyway, that's neither here nor there to the story. So he shows up to the house with the little girl. I tell the little girl, get in the car. My son was like 2 at the time. I was like, okay, you stay in the car with him. You watch him. I'm getting your mother. We're coming back out to the car. We're going home. And in hindsight, that was very dangerous. This little girl like 6. Okay, she's 6 watching the 2-year-old. Not okay. But I was on the porch, so I could see them. I could see them from where I was. I didn't like go any further than the porch. I'm on the porch, they're in the car. I'm telling her, watch him, just make sure he doesn't eat anything or something stupid like that. Left the car running because it was in the summertime. I wanted them to have air circulation, all that stuff. I was doing the right thing. So I go up to the door and I open the door and I just kind of yell through the door because, like I said, it's getting domestic in here. I don't want to get in the middle of a tussle. I wasn't in my tussle kind of mood. I was in my pick your shit up, we're leaving kind of mood, okay? So, he's like yelling at her and saying all this type of shit, right? And I was just like, girl, let's go. These kids are in the car, they're waiting, blah, blah, blah. He said something to me. He said something to her, like, tell your friend she need a da-da-da-da-da before I fuck her up, or something like that. And I was like, you ain't finna fuck nobody up, you little weak ass bitch. You talking all this big shit. This ain't even your house. This your grandmother's house. And if she ain't died and left you this shit, you wouldn't have nothing. Nobody ever told me that. Nobody ever told me that. Nobody ever told me that. That's just on me being claircognizant. Bitch, how? He stopped arguing with her right in the middle of that moment. Everything he was saying to her, whatever tussle they were having, it was over. He was coming for me, and he had the motherfucking mystery muscatool. He was coming for my ass, bitch. He chased me down. He chased me because in order to get to his porch, it was like some steps. It was like 2 flights, like a flight of steps and like a thing, and like another flight of steps and a thing. He chased me down the 2 flights of steps. He ran down the first flight of steps because they was upstairs when I was yelling at him. He ran down the first flight of steps, down the second, third step. By the time he got to the second set of steps, I was in the car pulling off with the kids. I'm like, bitch, you took too long. We out of here. So, I think she Ubered to my house. Because I was like, bitch, you ain't get me in the middle of this. Because once I start opening up my mouth, I'm a target. Because my mouth, this mouth is a pistol, baby. I shot where it hurt. And I'm like, She was like, when she got to my house, she was like, yeah, girl, he thought I told you that. I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you that his grandmother passed. I don't really know this guy. I don't really know much about him. Except for, like, he likes to smoke weed. I like to smoke weed. He's fucking my friend. That's it. Like, but for me to just be like, this ain't your house. This your grandmother's house. You wouldn't even have this shit if she didn't give you this shit when she passed away. I still look back and I'm like, damn, bitch, you really said that. And you meant it. And you was right. And you was right. You was right. You was on the money. I know a lot of things that I can't explain how I know them. I just know them. That's on claircognizance. But being a medium and being claircognizant, that shit hits entirely different. I'll tell you one time, guys. Y'all ever seen Teresa Caputo? Pretty sure y'all seen the Long Island Medium. And I always used to say, like, oh my gosh, I really admire how she, when I had my gifts and I was all wayward with the shit and I didn't know how the fuck to use them, I would watch Teresa Caputo and I just really connected with her because I'm like, man, she's so disciplined. Like, she's so, like, she knows spirit so well. She's so disciplined to spirit. She's so disciplined to spirit. Like, she responds, like, she'll be in the fucking craft store and spirit will be like, the spirit will connect her to somebody's ancestors and she's like, I'm sorry, have you lost a brother? And it's just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so awesome. So, right, I'm on a bus on my way home from work one day. I'm riding a horse, right, MCA, go Maryland. Riding the MCA on my way home from work. And sometimes some spirits, they just so overwhelming. Like, they don't leave you alone about that shit. Like, they got something to say and they want you to help them and they just gonna keep pushing through. And now when I was depressed and I was attracting low vibrational spirits, that was traumatic. I ain't gonna talk about that. But this lady, when I was on a bus, her mom kept coming through. And she would not let me ignore her. Like, sometimes I try to ignore my gifts. Like, I just want to get home. I just got off work. I just want to get in the house and take a shower. Because I was working at Security Mall and I was selling perfume. I was selling perfume at the mall, but I wasn't working for the store. I was working for the perfume company. So I was a contractor with the perfume company working at the... Anyway, I was just coming home from work, and I, had the babysitter. Like, okay, well, it was like a transportation service, so my son was gonna be dropped off as I got in the house. Okay, paid for all of that. Anyway, I really liked that service because it was like, okay, well, it was really convenient with me not having a car. So this lady's mom just kept coming through, like, please just talk to her, please just talk to her, please just talk to her. And I let it because I was just like, look, I'm tired, and maybe she just really needs to know this. So I let the lady know. I was like, hey, did you lose your mom like more than 5 years ago? She's like, yes, I lost my mom 10 years ago. Okay, boom. You feel that energy? That's her. And that's her letting you know that she's around you, and that she will always be with you, and that she loves you. Now, this lady kind of looked at me like I was fucking crazy. But luckily, my bus stop was right there. And I was like, okay, time to go. Thank you so much for listening to me and not thinking that I'm crazy. Your mom is always with you. She loves you. And I just got off the bus. But it was just like, it's awkward. It's awkward doing some shit like that. Like, I don't know this lady. I don't know her. I don't know her from Adam. I don't know her at all. But her mom wanted me to talk to her. And some spirits are like that. Like, they will not let you ignore them. Like it was like when you're in the vicinity, like if a spirit is following someone or in someone's energy, right? And they sense you as a medium, it's kind of like if you just like, it's like they see a door open. It's like they see a door open and the light is coming through on the other side. So they open up the door a little bit and they peek through. They're like, hey, yo, hey, hey, hey. Pass this message real fast. Pass this message. Tell her I said. And you'll be like, no, I ain't doing that right now. Like, tell her I said. I'm like, no, I ain't doing that right now. I'm trying to get home and take a shower. Maybe flick the beam before they drop the kid off, okay? But she had to come through, yo. But with this, I'll also say this. With position comes power, right? Because when you, I was in the hood for a little while. Like, after me and my son's father broke up, I had, I was a single mom. The places that I could afford in Baltimore, I could afford, was in the hood. So I was in the hood. Okay? Like, doing this all by myself. No child support. Okay? I was in the hood. So, before I moved to Dallas. What hood do you ask? Park Heights. I was in Park Heights. I was in Emerson for a little while, but then I moved to Park Heights. Anyway, just being around even in Emerson, just being around certain niggas, I couldn't be in their vicinity. Because just like your ancestors follow you, them niggas that you shot up follow you too. Okay? Just because you killed the op don't mean the op is done with you. They carry a vengeful spirit is a very dark energy. So sometimes it's some niggas, I cannot hang around them because they got them dark spirits. And I mean, they circling them like fucking vultures. Like they circling their head. And I can't explain it any way other than that. Like, and it's almost like you can count them. You can feel it in your spirit. Your spirit counts them 1, 2, 3, or just 1 or 2. But it's like they don't let that shit go. Like, imagine being a spirit. Like, I see it from their perspective. That's why I just like certain people I can never really get right with them because their souls is fucked up. And you can sense it. And it's like they're the same people, and it's like, yo, you drinking real heavy, you popping pills real heavy, you can't hold a job, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got in a car accident, why you keep getting locked up? Like, them spirits is gonna fuck with you the rest of your fucking life because you could have let them live, but you took them away from their family, and they get even more mad on the other side because it's like, yo, I gotta watch my mother cry. I gotta watch my girl raise my son without me because you took my fucking life, you bitch. They be pissed about that. So it's certain niggas I can't fuck with because it's like, yo, like, I sense it. And then they don't fuck with me either. Now that they know that they know that I got gifts, they know that about me, and they know that I know even if I don't say nothing. They know I know even if I ain't gonna snitch on you. Because clearly you got 1, 2, 3 circling in your head. You ain't scared to take somebody's life. But just because you take somebody's life don't mean they done with you. And there's some people out there that need to hear that. Just because you take, look, justice. The spirits is coming through. Justice. They want justice. They tired of hearing their sister cry. Them spirits, they be around their family. They tired of hearing their sister cry in the middle of the night. Some of why it had to be my brother. Some of I wish they could just find out. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I just had it. Look. Ten of Swords. Some of why it had to be my brother. Some of why it had to be my brother. Why I wish they could just find out who did it. Da, 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 and you the one that did it. They're gonna come and haunt you. They're gonna haunt your motherfucking ass. And they do. They stick around and they fucking haunt you. Look, again, justice. They haunt your motherfucking ass. They're going to make it right. Because at this point, it's not even just about them. It's about all the people that's affected by them dying. They don't like that shit. It's certain niggas that's just like, I don't know if you know, but I know. And you're going to have a very terrible rest of your life unless you do some sort of atonement or something. Like, you got to try to make it right somehow. But there's really no way to try to make it right when you knew you was wrong when you did it and you did it anyway. Some shit is irreversible. That's the energy I'm getting. I'm getting the spirit of irreversible. And it's like some people, it's like they didn't even shoot nobody or killed. They didn't even shoot nobody. They like, it's some people that they kill people, but they made it seem like an accident. And everybody's going along with, oh, it was just an accident. But it's like, no, you pushed that person. This person didn't just fall and then something heavy fell on top of them. Like, you probably even pushed that thing. Look, judgment. Like, that person didn't just have a building fall on them. You pushed them in front of the building and then pushed the fucking building. Like, you knew that building, you knew very well that building wasn't stable, and you told them to go upstairs. And that's why that spirit is going to follow you the rest of your fucking life, because you're a liar, and you're a Decepticon. They don't fuck with that. Like, and then people be really walking around, like, trying to escape judgment, like, oh, nobody knows that I did this. I didn't actually kill them. Yes, the fuck you did. Yeah, you did. When you sent them in that building, knowing that the motherfucking stairs was fucked up, knowing that the structure was fucked up and they could have got hurt. You killed them the second that you sent them in there, and they know that. People is foul. And me being a medium, it's like a lot of people don't fuck with that because they got secrets, or they got secrets, or it's like, you know, certain things. When a lot of these readers are talking about like inheritances, right? Inheritances. Right? It's because they're probably mediums, and these spirits are going to be on the other side. They're going to be on the other side. I've had readings with clients like this where it's like their family member comes through and they're like, I left this person this amount of money. So-and-so came in and fucked with the paperwork so that they got most of this and this person got nothing, and I never wanted that for this person. Spirits are talking. And a lot of the people that got fucked up shit that's attached to them, a lot of the people that's done shit in the dark is coming to the light, because these spirits are going to tell us. And I feel like the most important thing that a fucked up person can do that's trying to rewrite history, like, oh no, well, I didn't tell them to go into the building just happened and I told them no, don't do that. No, you didn't tell them no, don't do that. You told them to go in there, and when they went in there, that's manslaughter. You really should be in jail right now, like, for real. Like for real. Like, these spirits do not rest, and the truth is coming out. And the best thing that a person can do when they know they got dirt on their name is try to make you sound like you're fucking crazy. They're gonna try to make, a lot of people have done that with me. Like, they're gonna try to make me seem like I'm a fucking insane person because I'm telling the truth. And they thought that, you know how they say two can keep a secret if one of them is dead? That's not even true anymore. When you walk into a medium, and that fucks people up, because it's like, not only do you already have a devilish spirit inside of you, you do, but now you're being forced with the truth, and that's the only thing that you was trying to hide, and you're not getting away with it. And that burns people up. Like, when they come into contact with people like me, it just irritates their demons, because those are the demons that they be hiding. They be hiding a whole bunch of shit. And to be around a person like me, baby, you ain't hiding nothing, because whatever I miss, my spirit guides is going to catch and throw to me, period. And it's not, they're going to show me in a dream. They're going to give me a feeling. I'm going to know. I'm not claiming to, only entity that knows everything is God. I'm not all-knowing. But I know what I need to know to protect my neck. And look at this. This is spirit giving out gifts. That's how I'm looking at it. Spirit is like, okay, we're giving out more gifts this season. You get a gift, you get a gift, you get a gift. And look at all these people opening their arms, receiving their gifts. I feel like this season, like a lot of people are going through ascension right now. There's a lot of people going through ascension. And I've, like, even in the weeks prior to this, I remember posting on my personal Instagram, like I felt it coming. Like a lot of spiritual people are about to go into hermit mode. And I knew it was over. I felt it coming from me too, because this ascension period. And like I said, Spirit is giving out gifts. Like, you get a gift, you get a gift, you get a gift, you get a gift. And it's this ascension period, like I said, it comes with a lot of purging of old traumas. And it comes with a lot of reflection. But it's like some of you guys are about to receive new gifts. Azalea, I got your Cash App. I got your Cash App, Azalea. I'm going to go ahead and answer your question because you donated. But then I'm going to go ahead and cancel this live. I'm going to stop this live and then do my zodiac sign readings. Starting with Aries. I'm going to start with Aries and go through like that, okay? Just the regular way. Just Aries. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. I may even do Cancer today. Should I have the energy? But I just wanted to come on here and share those 3 topics. Just those 3 topics. I felt like in my spirit was like, girl, you can't afford to rest. You got a job to do, and there's people out there that need to hear your motherfucking voice. People out there that need to hear what you got to say so that they know that they're not alone and that these experiences are not unique to them. Just like you needed to hear somebody say that those experiences are not unique to you, there's people out here that need to hear that these experiences are not unique to them, and your platform is what you're using to do that for these people. Because there are people just like me who have gifts. They don't know what to do with their gifts. They think they're going fucking insane, and they're not going insane. And what they need to know is that they're not alone. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a different deck. but people who have like dirt, people who have like smut on their energy, they're not gonna like that. They're gonna be like, oh, she's fucking crazy, she's insane. I know the truth, and it would be in your best interest to make people think that I'm fucking insane, because then they're not gonna believe me when I tell them all the shitty things that you've done, right? It would behoove you to try to make them think that I'm evil and I'm crazy and I'm worshiping El Diablo. But I'm not. I'm exposing your demons and the demons in you, and you don't want people to listen to me when I tell them that. It would behoove you to do that. But here's the thing. Even if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. Spirit is going to get it done. So, there's that. All right, let's get to the main business. We have energy for Azalea. Let me clear this out. Gossip dies when it hits a wise man's ears. It does. Like when somebody is truly wise, and they can see like all the moving parts of a situation, like, yeah, it would really benefit you to make this person sound crazy because of what they're saying to you. Okay. I don't like these cards. What are Eric's intentions toward me? Thank you, I appreciate you. We have been talking and meeting him for the first time. Okay, I feel like he wants to heal you. I feel like he loves you and he wants to heal you. But with this King of Swords in reverse, he's lying about something. He's lying about something. Now, this is giving me very much, like, it's giving catfish energy. I don't know, like, he may be presenting himself. Okay, I'm hearing outright lies. Okay. He probably outright lied about something, but I don't know what it is yet. You're going to be able to notice it, though, because it's something that you're going to notice, like, immediately when you come into contact with him. Can I have clarification on this King of Swords? See? Look at this. Clarifying the King of Swords in reverse is the Seven of Swords. it's like, first of all, I'm getting that he's lying about his height. Somehow he's misleading you to feel like he's taller than he is. He may be like 5'9", but you think he's like 6'2" or 6'4", but he's really 5'9". I don't know. I'm also feeling there's an energy where it's like, yeah, with the Page of Cups, with the Hierophant in reverse to the Nine of Wands, it's not saying don't mess with him, but have your guard up. He may be just for right now. I feel like he may be a person, like I said, with this Ten of Swords in reverse. I feel like he may be sneaky, but I don't feel like he's trying to betray you. But I definitely feel like he wants to help heal you, like help you get through a rough period. It's giving rebound. It's giving rebound energy. Like he may be able to know, like, oh, you just went through something, or you're going through something. It could be mental, emotional, financial. But I feel like it's this energy of like you having your guard up with him, even though he's offering you love, because he's not offering commitment. I see love here, but I don't see commitment. Okay. So I feel like his intentions are to heal you and love you, but he's very dishonest and non-committal. What else about Eric? Let's hear about Eric. Did you give me his zodiac signs? He got out of a relationship where he got cheated. Okay, so maybe you're healing him. Okay, maybe you're healing him. Yeah, it's giving rebound energy. That's the rebound energy that I was picking up on. But I feel like you both are rebounding with each other. Like you both are using each other to get through a hard time. But with this Nine of Wands energy, this is telling me like, yeah, either one or the both of you has your guard up. But I'm hearing rightfully so. Like it should be like this. Why? Impromptu wax reading. Impromptu wax reading. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Overflow. There's an overflow of emotions. This isn't giving what I wanted it to. Yeah, now I'm just sitting here playing with wax. My inner child is living for this. Okay. Come on, little Pyro. You've got readings to do. But that's what it's giving. It's giving rebound energy. It's giving dishonesty. Like, something about it. He's not being honest. He's not being all the way honest about something. And it could be surrounding his older relationship, too. It could be something about his old relationship that he's not being completely honest. He could have been the cheater. You know what I mean? It's like... But I definitely don't feel like he's looking for commitment right now. I don't feel like he's looking to hop out of one relationship and get in with another. It just feels like rebound energy. I'm not even gonna lie. It does. And I'm saying this with all love, just so that, you know, if you have questions, if you feel like a little unsure about him, that's probably why. That's probably what your intuition is telling you. Like, he's not being forthright about everything he's saying. He's keeping certain things. With this Seven of Swords, it's like, yeah, he probably was a sneaky one. And if it's like, okay, well, he's telling you that he got cheated on, he could be actually still with her and cheating on her with you. You know what I mean? It's like he's not being honest. He's not being honest. He's not being honest. He's not being honest about something. Because I heard outright lies. Like, he's outright lying about something. About the way that something happened. About what's going on. He's just not being very honest. Y'all look at this. This wax that just came up here. What does this look like to y'all? What does this look like to y'all? We met online. And you know, the thing about online, people can be whoever they want to be online. People can be whoever they want to be online. Those are his intentions toward you. Now, once you guys get enmeshed, once you guys get entangled, intentions may change. But as of right now, that's what I get his intentions are for you. It doesn't look like a commitment. It looks like a rebound, or looks like some sort of like you guys help each other get it. Like, rebound sounds harsh. I don't like the way that sounds. But it sounds like you guys are helping each other get through a hard time. Like, you guys are leaning on each other emotionally. Because there's feelings here. There's definitely feelings here. Like, with the Page of Cups, there's messages of communication of love. Like, offers of love. But it's like, it's love with no fucking commitment. And a little bit of sneaking around. And lying. That's what I see here. All right, y'all. I'm about to hop off. If you're Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Cancer, go ahead and stick around, because those are the readings that I'm going to get done tonight, and they're getting done right after this. So if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be going live with those right now. Where's my daggone deck? Oh, here it goes. This is my favorite house shirt. I feel so comfortable in this shirt. It's like a security blanket. It's my favorite house shirt. It says MTV on it. It's definitely giving like 90s nostalgia like moment. It's the moment right now. It's giving me everything that I need. I hope that helps you, Azalea. My followers are I don't like to call people followers. That sounds so condescending. My supporters are so pretty. Like, so pretty, period. Some of y'all, because I go and I look at my Cash App when I'm done. I go and look at my Cash App. I've been looking at these Cash App pictures like, these girls are stunning. These girls are fucking stunning. So for y'all to be asking the questions that y'all asking, I'm like, you're too fine for this, baby. You too fine to be going through this shit that, like, put these niggas in their place. Put these niggas in their motherfucking place. Put your foot on their neck and don't let up. Bitch. Y'all be too cute. Y'all be too cute. Like, you are so pretty to be going through the shit that you're going through. Have you tried girls? Have you tried women? Girl. Okay, let me go ahead. Where are you going? I want to talk to you about what's happened to me in the last few days. I'm going to leave here. I'm doing Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer monthly readings. That's where I'm going. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. I'll stay here for a little while. You go ahead and let me know, because I'm nosy. Just the nosy bitch in me. I don't mind my business for shit. I don't mind my business. I don't. I think I have dreams where it's like I'm in other people, where I'm living other people's lives, or I'm like, or like spirits are connecting me to like some of their last moments in life, because I'm like reminded of some of the dreams that I had that I forgot I had at random moments. I'm just like, is this me in a parallel universe? And they're like, no, this is not you in a parallel universe. These are my last moments of life, and I want you to know where I was, how I felt, and who I was around. And that's fucking trippy. But it's like there's a young girl. Okay, I'm not, okay. It's trippy. It's a fucking trip. It is. It's a fucking trip. When I was just meditating just now, I got that. I think it's somewhere in Philly. I'll tell y'all later. Spirit says not right now. To me in the last few days. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Well, so we're going through the divorce. I thought we were twin flames, but apparently not. She says we're karmic twins. So it's hard undoing all the stuff we wanted to do together. Of course she's gonna say that while she's angry with you. This twin flame shit, she probably feel like I do. This twin flame shit is fucking demonic. It's fucking hell. It is, it's hell. It's unnecessary hell too. It's hard undoing all the stuff we wanted to do together. When a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. The thing about tarot readings is too, like, I'm a Sagittarius, so I connect to this, right? Just because it's showing up in a card, it's like, oh, this person loves you, but they're confused. They love you, but they're confused. It's like, like I said, as a Sagittarius, I could love you, but never speak to you again. Because it's like, at what point are you going to realize that my feelings for you are not a way for you to manipulate me? It's just, I never planned to divorce her, you know. She already paid for it. God damn. That's why all that money kept showing up in your reading. Like, she's thinking about money. Like, she's thinking about money. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's sad. But is it sad? Like I said, like, I told you. If she run across a bitch like me, I'm gonna tell her to leave your ass. She probably ran across a bitch like me. This frontal is giving, babe. It's giving. Don't play with your food. Don't play with your food. It's gonna get cold. And when it get cold, it ain't gonna be no more good. You don't play with your food. You eat it. And you get nourished from it. That actually is very saddening. But there's life after that. I feel like you need to forgive yourself. Do I even have a twin flame in this life? Do you want one? I don't really think so. Y'all might be twin flames. I kept getting twin flame energy from y'all. I don't know why I kept getting twin flame energy. She's like, oh, you're a karmic twin flame. You might be a karmic twin flame, but y'all got some sort of Four of Wands energy. Y'all kept getting Four of Wands. But it's because y'all probably shared a house. Y'all gonna have to figure out what to do with, like, property and stuff. I want an intense connection. Is that because of trauma? Does trauma make you like intense, passionate relationships that are just slightly violent, even though they're exciting? Like, a healthy, tame relationship is just boring. Oh, we already did figure it out. Okay, yeah, one. Mm-hmm. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. I want an intense connection. See. Judgment card in reverse. Yeah, it has. I feel like that's trauma based. Don't doubt yourself. That's trauma based. It doesn't feel to be coming from a. Well, it's time to heal. Look at this. The star card in reverse. It's time to heal. Of course, I want the best for you, but it's like, maybe this is the best for you. I don't know. Look, we got the King of Staffs in reverse with the Queen of Cups. It doesn't mean that she doesn't love you. But loving someone and allowing them to destroy you mentally, physically, and emotionally are two different things. Oh, and financially. Yeah, those are two different things. I don't like to hear that. But yeah, I hear it, but there's somebody else. This is energy like, well, now I gotta make sure you think of different passwords. There's definitely this energy where it's like, if she knows you very, very well, please think of different passwords. Like, challenge yourself to come up with like passwords that are like so unguessable. Like, think of different passwords. Think of different passwords and number combinations that mean absolutely nothing to her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's an energy of that, because you don't want her, like, snooping around your bank accounts and your emails. Like, girl, his password is always the street we used to live on his birthday. No, you gotta change your passwords to everything. And that two-factor authentication thing where it's like Google Duo, and you go on Duo and I'm dead serious though. I'm so serious. But remember the last time we were talking, the last time I came on here live, it was like 3 days ago. And I was talking about, like, legal situations, like there's justice surrounding legal situations, and you were like, I don't have any court situations coming up. I don't have anything with the courts. Here we are, approaching the second week in November, and what are we dealing with? Court situations. Unexpectedly dealing with court legal situations. Like, now I just feel this pit, like this feeling in the pit of my stomach of like worry. Positivity, things work out for the best. Wow, okay. I feel like maybe, like, you were thinking that maybe she wouldn't go through with it. She just needed some time alone, and once she spent some time alone, she was going to hold on to the relationship, and you'd be able to offer her an apology, and she would come back. But it's like, yeah, she got some sort of good news coming. She's inspired to go move in a different direction. She may even start traveling, man. It's like, she's not worried about this right now. I think I remember you saying she's a Gemini, or she's got air in her chart. But yeah, her energy is so all over the place. The Fool card's here. The Fool card with the World. She's going somewhere. Or you're going somewhere, but I feel like this is her. She can't have kids or something? I don't know. She is. Of course, yeah, I thought of you today, and of course you go live. I always wake up when you go live. She's a Gemini. Insomnia gang. the Kevin Gates crew. I don't get tired. Like, for the past 2 days in a row, I've literally stayed up all night until 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't regret a thing. Don't regret a fucking thing. Was I on here with you guys? No, I was talking to my guardian angels, processing trauma, and laughing at funny TikToks. Oh, y'all can follow me on TikTok, by the way. Take a look into my likes. I think my TikTok is AstroEsthetician. Is my TikTok in the description? It should be. Anyway, just find me on TikTok. Alright, guys. It sucks to hear that she wants to go forward with the divorce. But this is also a point where you're able to grow. You're able to grow from this. All things in life are happening for you. They're not happening to you. And in the moment, it's like, that's so fucking cliche. I don't want to hear that shit. I get it. I totally get it. I'll take all of that because it's true. Some shit just fucking hurts until it doesn't anymore. But yeah. see things from a higher perspective and take time to actually prioritize your healing. A lot of people just move on, or like they go into like I'm glad I had time to talk about like having sex with someone else, because you'll know that's your twin flame if you feel them having sex with someone else. I swear to God, I've never felt that in my life before I met my twin flame, but you'll know. You won't have to ask a single tarot reader. You will know if she's having sex with someone else. You'll fucking feel it. If she's your twin flame, which you never know, but... or if you're having sex with someone else, she's gonna fucking feel it, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna keep shit brief. 6 of Staffs. I'm gonna keep shit brief. I gotta go ahead and save my energy so I can get done 4 readings tonight. If you're Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, please stick around. There's only one person here. Yeah, if you're Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, please stick around. If you're catching the replay, those should already be up. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Be blessed. Make sure you vibrate high. You vibrate high, you attract high vibrational experiences. Everything is happening for you. It is not happening to you. And with that,